Welcome to Samu't Sari, Conversations with Mimi, a weekly podcast by Social, also a member of the Guerrilla Podcast Syndicate. Samu't Sari is where we can show that ordinary people do extraordinary things. Tune in to be entertained and to learn something new with your host, Mimi Lorilla.
Hi everybody! Hello and welcome to Samu't Sari Conversations with Mimi, a podcast featuring hot topics of interest for both women and men alike. And in Samu't Sari, we feature guests who share their passion and commitment to their profession or talents. And as your host, Mimi, always say, lahat po tayo, we hope to be inspired from stories of ordinary people who make and do extraordinary things. And today I'm so excited because this is my Christmas special. And who is the best person that I have to invite back into the show? My one and only katukayo, Tita Mimi Cortez Ocampo. Hello po again, Tita Mimi, and please greet my viewers and listeners of Samu't Sari.
Okay, it still is afternoon here in the Philippines. It's evening out there.
Yes.
In Australia, at your place. I'm glad to be back. I think this is going to be my third time to be with Samu't Sari.
Third time. Yes
Yeah.
po. Soaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mimi, for inviting me again.
Opo.
It's a pleasure.
Alam niyo po ba, first of all, your initial videos, both of them, are one of my most viewed videos. So I think napakarami yung fans ni Tito Pete. So I was so surprised, and ang dami pong shares ng videos ninyo. That means a lot of people love you, a lot of people value your story, your content, your expertise. So re-review ko lang po ng konti. We won't deal with that because this is our Christmas edition.
Yeah.
But based on your previous videos, we talked about qualities of a successful relationship. So you and Tito Pete were highlighted in that. And then the other episode, we talked about your professional career and your love for community development, your love for community organizing. And a little bit of that, we touched on your personal hobbies and interests. So today, we'll focus on what sort of things you can dive into or get busy with using low-cost materials or using free things you can find at home. And the reason why I wanted to do this for our Samu't Sari Christmas special is because, as you know, pandemic pa rin tayong lahat. And we wanted to see if there's anything in our house that we can use for DIY projects that won't be too expensive, that will be fun to do, and at the same time, pwede siyang pangregalo or pwede siyang pambenta, regardless of kung ano ang inyong parang motivation. What will be your motivation for doing this? Maybe you have a lot of time in your hands, you want to do a new project you haven't tried before, or baka naman gusto niyo kumita ng extra. So another person who is into this sort of things, recycling, crafts, something to do with the hands, is Tita Mimi. So Tita Mimi, can you please tell me, saan po ba nagmula ang inyong pagkahilig sa mga DIY crafts? And why do you think people should engage themselves into this sort of activity?
Okay. You know, Mimi, parang high school pa lang yata ako, mahilig na ako talaga sa mga DIY. I started with scrapbooking. Parang in these times, di ba? You're not just contented with having your photos, but you would like things decorated, okay, in your album. I was already into it during my high school days. So it's not enough that I have autographs, pictures, messages, but I would always have some decors around. And then college naman ako, BS Home Tech ang kinuha ko, and there was that professor who really inspired me to engage on things that are beautifully done. Like, yung, di ba, yung eggshell mosaic, palagay ko, ginawa na ninyo nung high school kayo, no? But talagang even after my subject course with Miss Basas then, she's now Mrs. Colanta, I was already saving mga eggshells and painting them and making picture frames, etc., etc. Even around bottles, i-decorate ko siya sa mga bote. And, well, I found friends having the same passion. Yun ang isa pa rin na tulong sa akin to engage in these things. Parang birds of the same feathers, they flock together, ano? So, in the nakikita ko din yung mga transformation ng mga crafts that I do. Halimbawa, in the 70s, when sina Delis Swab, sina Agit Tangko were my friends, we were into paper mache. Para yata lahat ng shapes ng bote nagawa na namin. But it's not just paper mache because we'll be into painting, putting some gems, mga bling-bling, no, around it. And after that, paper mache, the next was, yun, beading na. I think I was with younger group now. With Cindy Season, Sina Francis, we were already beading. And isang magandang attraction ng beading namin was, well, mahilig, marami kaming beses nakukuhang ninang, attending parties, and etc. Well, we wanted our wardrobes, no? Simple lang naman patahe. But we will put some beads into it, some talagang kami mismo. But we do it together, kami ni Francis. So, we enjoyed beading our dresses. Aba,
that's nice.
After retirement, kasi sila Francis, sila Cindy, they were already out of Los Baños na. So, after my retirement, I found another group. We call ourselves Beautiful Ladies.
Beautiful ladies.
Beautiful. That was coined by a DevCom alumna, no? That name. Si Mayet, rest in peace, Mayet. But, ano naman kami, uso na ngayon is making borloloys. No? So, we started with simple things like stringing of beads. Parang mga pang-bracelets, ang aking mga apo, ang aking unang ginagawa, as simple as this, no? Parang ganito lang, mga stringing lang.
They look like bangles.
Oo, bangles, pero simple lang gawin. As long as you have elastic cord, then string. Aba, nag-graduate na kami doon. So, how I wish I can show you yung iba-iba kong ginagawa. Aba, nag-graduate na ako sa stringing. Nagkaroon na rin ako ng mga iba-iba, like itong mga ginagawa kong mga hikaw.
Okay, medyo social na siya, Tita Mimi. Sophisticated ka na.
Social. Oh, di ba? Kaya yung simple artwork from scrapbooking, napapunta na ako into what you call this, custom jewelry or borloloy, as we call it.
That's right, custom jewelry.
Parang napayata ang aking sagot sa iyo, no?
Hindi, okay lang po yun kasi it sets the scene. Because now people can understand now once you are into crafts and things, tapos nag-home economics pa kayo, talagang it's already ingrained in everything that you see. You see a lot of art around you. So I'm not surprised na talagang you're very creative and you can make so many things in just some simple I'm not going to say ingredients because they're not materials. We will call it materials. Pero Tita Mimi, saan naman po nanggaling itong passion ninyo for recycling and upcycling? What is it about upcycling and recycling that really makes you? Would you consider yourself as an environmentalist because of that, or is just a part of your hobby as well?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Both. I have been able to marry yung desire ko to, kasi nasa development work tayo, di ba? We always talk about waste management, yung ating RRR, reuse, recycle, ayun yan. And so parang naging parte talaga na yun ng everyday life ko. Kaya itanong mo sa Tito Pete mo, I hardly throw away things because I'm still able to make use of them. Matatawa ka nga sa akin eh. Like this, no? Marrying recycling with my artistic passions. Look at this. Di ba maganda siya?
Are they cards, Tita Mimi? Are they...
this? Di ba maganda siya?
Yes. Yes, they're very colorful.
Yeah, very colorful. Even this. Oh. How can you throw away boxes of mga cakes?
When you buy cakes po ba yan?
These are boxes
Wow.
ng cakes. Yeah, so I'm able to make cards, my gift tags from those boxes like this.
Oo nga naman, team sila.
Hindi ko kaya talaga matapon sila kasi unang-una ang mahal ng papel. How many trees will you cut to have this kind of quality paper? So, matatawa ka nga sa Tita Mimi mo eh. Even ordinary cardboards, no? Ito ordinary boxes. Pero hindi ko siya maitapon kasi hindi na siya kita yata, hindi nakita. Look, pagka nilagyan ko ng drawing.
Yes, I can see the drawing, yeah.
These become my gift tags.
Oh, di ba? Ang galing.
Or, halimbawa, mga presents, birthdays.
Yes, that's right.
But look at the other side, it's just displaying.
Yeah. And sometimes,
cardboard.
minsan nga po, kung bumibili kayo, shiny pa nga yung flip side eh. Nakakapanghinayang din itapon yun.
And so, nagiging personalized pa yung aking notes. So, I give myself into it. It's not just a scrap paper or cardboard, but my thoughts are into it.
Of course.
So, very personalized.
There's a lot of your love in what you're doing. Yeah.
Sabi ko nga sa'yo, so, ang sa bahay, pag nagtapon si Pete,
malalaman ba niya? Malalaman po ba niya?
Tinapon niya, ha?
Malalaman po ba niya na nagda-dumpster dive kayo after siya nagtapon? Nadidetect ba niya na nawawala yung tinapon niya?
Yes. He's good at that. Na alam na niya eh. Pagka na-ready na niya yung garbage kasi may time ng collection, di ba?
Yes.
Bago niya yan itali, alam na niyang pupunta ako doon to check.
I-inspection eh.
Kasi even yung mga pep bottles, no? Aba, magagawa ko talaga silang mga planters and they're very beautiful pagka nakahang na. Sayang nga ulan eh. So, hindi nyo makikita. But ordinary mga plastic jars, sinishapan ko lang yan. Ang gaganda na ng ninalabasan. So, look at this.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe that that's from a box.
Yeah. And so, kung minsan ginagamit ko pa siyang parang mga coaster, glass coaster, pagka binilog ko sila. And waxy naman yung ibabaw, di ba?
That's right. Mga shiny
that's
waxy.
something that I hope our listeners here can do because ang dami everyday you buy, di ba? And so many things you can do out of these things. But ito ngayon nag-graduate na ako sa mga earrings, depende kasi sa ano ba ang target mong bibigyan. I say bibigyan kasi hindi naman talaga ako nagbebenta. I don't sell. I have so many friends and relatives. On different many occasions, I bring gifts. What I do is give them what I've done, no? Mga ito. Pagka teenager, ito mga anklets.
Okay, yes.
Di ba? Pero wag ka, kahit yung ibang professor nga, nabigyan ko ng anklet, natutuwa ako kasi ginagamit nila. Ito mga anklets to. Okay.
So pati pala anklets, popular siya.
Oo. Pati lalaki nag-a-anklet, di ba?
Oh, diba?
Pagka naka-walking shorts sila, they feel so groovy having anklets. Oh, look at this. Ito mga cardboard to, no?
Yes.
So, hindi ko ginagamit, hindi ko maitapon, ginagamit ko silang para sa aking holders ng mga crafts. Okay? And then you'd see what's in vogue now. Kasi ito lagi ang ginagamit. Heto.
Oh, yes. Okay. Your mask, face mask.
Face
so, ano ba tawag dyan? Is that a face mask holder? It's not really
holder. Ang tawag nila holder.
A face mask holder. Okay.
Holder.
So, it's not a face mask necklace. Hindi naman.
Hindi naman. Pero, hindi mo na kailangan mag-necklace pagka ganyan kasi ito, tulad nito, mga glass beads yan, stones.
Yeah.
Pero marami pa akong ginagawa. Ito, puros mga ano to, face mask holders din to. Pero iba naman ang material, no? Glass beads with real turquoise.
Wow. And how long does it take you to finish one? How long does it take you to finish one face mask holder?
Face mask holder. Aba, depende. Kasi pagka nag-start ka, you wouldn't stop until you are finished. And pagka nakatapos ka, you'll say, I'll start with the first, few inches lang. Then I'll stop. But when you are already there, you'd see, ay, ang ganda! So you just continue until you're finished.
So pati kayo naaaliw din kayo, Tita Mimi, with your own products. It's good you don't, although you love them, you don't get to attach to them. You can still give them away as gifts.
Yeah. Tutuwa nga sila because whenever I give, they also get the idea na, they themselves can make them.
Yes.
So, they find that it's simple and easy naman pala. Bakit hindi din sila magawa?
Okay. So, Tita Mimi, let's talk about that beading project. So, can you give them a little bit of for anyone who wants to start simple beading, how can they do it? What materials do they use? Where do they buy them? Are they available in any supermarket or specialty shops pa dapat yung mga materials na? Because you said that your beads can be made of glass beads, can be made of different types of materials. So just give us a little bit of a flavor on how that particular project is done.
I think this time of pandemic, it's easy nga to get access. No, before pandemic, we'll go to Quiapo, where beads and all DIY materials and tools can be bought. Pero ngayon, even online, you can buy them. But before anything else, napaka-basic that you should have these tools.
Okay.
You have your round nose, your flat nose, diba? Yung cutter. Okay. So, these are basic tools. Ako, sa akin, yung crocheting hook. Okay.
Kapati crocheting hook, nagagamit nyo rin for beading.
Yes. Because, look at this. These are actually crocheted.
Okay. And then there are beads intertwined in those threads.
Hi. Papa, I think you should turn on the lights. Okay. So, ito lang yun, Ito yung yarn. And, sorry. This is the yarn. But anyway, everybody's familiar with a crocheting hook, di ba? So parang chain stitch lang yon, and then after a certain number of chain, then you insert your bead, you draw it in and then out, then chain again.
So
chain
that's
stitch
how it's
again.
looped into it.
Yeah, and then that's how it's done. Now, ito yung mga sample, no? Actually, parang naguluhan ako. But you were asking, ano ba yung basic, no? Uso ngayon, parang nakita mo yung aking mga angels.
Okay, that's a little bit more sophisticated, but in line with our theme for today. So, creating crafts. So, I think you call that your
Creating crafts.
Christmas angels. So,
My
is
Christmas
yung
angels.
Christmas angels po ba ninyo, Tita Mimi, are those intended as Christmas tree ornaments, or are they intended for decorations in different parts of the house?
You know, I already gave a friend who celebrated their anniversary. So I gave them a pair.
Oh, wow.
Instead of hanging, they place it before yung a very nice pot of plants.
Okay. Nakatusok siya. Okay.
Decor lang, nakasama yung kanilang plants. Aba, and decorative base. Ay, ang ganda.
Okay, Tita Mimi,
Ako,
i-close up nyo siya ng konti sa camera. I-close up nyo lang siya ng konti. So, your beads are, your Christmas angels are obviously made of, it looks like pearlized beads.
Yes. You know, why am I showing this? Again, still is part of recycling, ano? Actually, itong top na to, itong bilog sa ibabaw. Ito yung mga bracelet ko na naghiwa-hiwalay na.
I see. Okay. So, hindi na kayo bumili. Okay.
Nalaglag in one occasion, nalaglagan ako. I'm not able to get all of them. So, hindi na sila kasya na bracelet. So, ginamit ko na lang silang ulo.
Okay. Very nice.
Angel. Actually, meron pa ako na, again, part of my recycling, ito the head is a button.
Okay. So, alright. Pwede rin pala siya.
Ginawa ko siyang ulo ng angel. Okay?
So, did you have a pattern po ba, Tita Mimi, when you created your angel? Was there a pattern, or sa mind nyo lang, binuo nyo yung shape, kayo lang ang nag-design how many beads you think are necessary to make that angel? Nag-research po ba kayo sa internet? Paano gumawa ng angel?
Actually, ito, natutunan ko ito kay Jenny Contreras. Sa aming grupo, yung aming beautiful ladies, no? Ito yun, you need first yung wire.
Yeah.
This is an aluminum wire, no? Okay. So, very pliable siya. Siguro yung 1 yard, ito yon ang magagawa.
Okay. So, 1 yard can make 1 angel.
Okay. Now, I ran out of beads. So, ito yung mga kinalas ko kanina. So, I can show you.
Yeah.
Pagka hinati mo yung wire, ganito, no? Fold into 2. Then, magpasobra ka lang ng about 6 to 8 inches on the other end. And then, you put 7 beads to get started. Doon sa first layer of wire, no? And then, ang susunod na doon, insert naman doon sa next wire, shorter, 6. So,
So pabawas. Okay.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, you imagine triangular shape of the body of angel. Tapos, isusuksok mo lang yan. Again, suksok, insert the wire on the first wire on the second layer of beads. Diba? Insert ka ng insert. until, ayan, okay. Basta ganun lang, mag-i-insert ka lang ng insert. Then, ihihila mo sila. Ayan ang matanda na, no? Hindi na makita
Yun nga po eh. I was about to ask you, how is your eyesight while you're doing those beading? Do you have magnifying glass to help you look at those beads, or wala lang po, it's an ordinary thing?
Ito, ini-insert ko na. Alam mo, you can ask Tito Pete mo, I do these things while watching television or watching movie.
Okay. So,
Kasi,
ibig sabihin, kaya nyo mag-multitask.
Oo. Ayoko sa lahat yung nakaupo ka lang sa harap ng TV na wala ka nang ginagawa. So, kung hindi ka nagtitiklop ng labada o nagpupunas ng mga gamit, ako ay nagbibid. Yung tipo na bidding na you don't need to be very, very too serious about it. Yung tipong magsusuot ka lang, di magsuksok ka, no? Magagawa mo naman yan habang nanonood ka. Kasi there are scenes that are static naman. So, you just have to use your ears and you can still follow kung what's happening now. Okay, so, basta suot ka lang ng suot, like this, nakasuot na ako.
So in your Angel, Tita Mimi, how long is that? For example, a 30-minute show, kayang-kaya nyo nang matapos ang isang Angel?
Hindi. Hindi. Kasi, tulad nito ngayon, ako kasi alam ko may nanonood. But anyway, ito yari na yung, yari na yung second
row
mo. Mukhang ang nakuha ko pang wire hindi fit. That's again is something you should take note of. Dapat yung size ng wire tama lang dun sa size ng butas ng beads. Okay. So ayan, hinila mo, di ba?
Okay.
Insert isang wire and then yung second pag ganon. And so that should keep the beads intact, no? They will not be moving anymore. And then, next will be 5. Then, insert again from the other end. And then, insert another 4, another 3,
another 2.
At the end, parang ganito na ang mangyayari ang itsura. Okay. Where's that? Heto yung kanina pinapractice ko. Diba? Pagka nangyari na pag natapos na, when you're done with the body, it's like this is the body. This is the wire na mas mahaba. That's why it's longer because you are to make the wings.
I see, pang wings pala siya.
Insert smaller beads for the wings, then insert it on yung dalawa yung beads. Or you can put it dun sa tatlo ang beads. So it's shaped like wing.
Ang galing, right? Ang galing. Okay.
And then, you do the same on the other. Ganon. Pagka halimbawa, hindi ko nalalagyan, kasi magtatagal tayo. Halimbawa, meron na siyang bead. Okay. Yan. Meron na itong bead, granting, meron ng bead ditong kabila.
Yep.
Ang kailangan mo na yung head.
Yung head, yes.
Diba? Yung head. So, yung head, you can, now, ito.
So, the head is locking everything.
This is the scrap.
Okay.
Okay. This is the head. There. No? Then, what do you do next? Diba, angels will always have crowns.
Yes, the halo.
The halo, okay? So, ang ginamit ko dito na halo, parang sabi ko ay, we can make, basta yung any smaller bead can do, no?
To put on top of the head.
To put on top of the head. Ito, small to, no? Small bead. Okay? Pagka ganyan, kaya may labis na wire ito because I use only small beads, whatever was available. So, halimbawa, meron ka about 5. It's always is more interesting to use odd numbers.
Ganun pala yung technique. So, Tita Mimi,
even with weight,
out of curiosity, sabi niyo po wire ang gagamitin. How come we cannot use nylon string?
Because it's too soft.
It's too soft.
So, it's not easy to do. Halimbawa, yung pag-insert, you will need a needle pa. And then, when you're done with it, I don't think you can hold the shape.
Okay, so kailangan talaga stable siya through the wire.
So, pagka ganito na, halimbawa nakapaggawa ka na ng mga 5, naka-insert ka na, pwede ka na mag-ganon. Iikot mo, no? Iikot mo. Then, you already have the crown. Etong nalabes, ito yung magiging holder mo.
Okay, it's like the hook.
Okay. So, yes, the hook. So, if you intend to hang, it's a Christmas tree. Okay, you already have something like this.
Okay. Yeah, ang galing. Nakakatuwa po siya.
Diba?
And obviously, you can choose the color combination, kung anong gusto nyo. Maganda yan, blue, monochromatic.
And again, actually, bakit sila iba-iba ng kulay? Hati yung mga tira ko ng beads. Because yung mga nauna kong mga ginawa, mga single colors yon, talaga monochromatic. Iniiba ko lang yung color ng wings, color ng ulo, head, at saka yung craft. But, in this case, itong dalawa kong pinapakita, again, is also part of my recycling.
Okay, so recycling of the recycling pa rin.
Yes, kasi ito yung mga scraps na, magkakaiba na sila ng kulay. But to make it interesting, di syempre iniisip mo din, saan ba na maganda? Dadalawa na siya na natira. Correct. So, kung dito lang, di hiwalay naman ang kulay niya. So, I made it dito sa center.
So, it looks very
so,
one-off.
Let your creative juices flow.
Yeah.
And, ito naman yung part ng recycling, kaya ito ang pinapakita ko. Actually, paper beads itong ulo niya.
Paper beads, okay.
Yeah, so it's made of paper. Inaano ko siya na parang recycling. Like all these are paper. Paper. Okay. Kaya pagka maganda, like this one, parang ito ay gift wrapper ng I think one of my friends who went to Indonesia gave me a present coming back. Hindi ko maitapon yung papel. Ang ganda-ganda niya, di ba?
Yeah.
Ang ganda-ganda niya. So, I made it into a pendant.
Di ba? Very, very useful siya.
Ito yung holder niya, Ayan, di, pagka suot mo siya, ang ganda-ganda. Actually, marami ako na kasama ng recycling using paper beads din ito. Actually, ginamit ko siya ngayon as pendant. Bakit? Hindi ko magawa magka-pair yung earrings. Talagang iba ang naging shape. Kahit na pareho yung kasi depende din yun sa pag-roll mo, no?
That's right.
The strength that you give. Yun nung una, sipag ka pa. You have all the energy. Yung pangalawa, para lambot ka na. Well, the outcome will be different already. Yeah. So, what I did is just to use it as a pendant.
Which is very pretty rin po. So, parang they are one-off pieces that when you give them away, your recipients will really feel, wala akong katulad. So, what I have is just unique to myself.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, last time I went to Iligan ba? Parang nag-speak, nag-evaluator ako as ng research. there was research evaluation I conducted. Tapos, we passed by a store selling mga Muslim brasses, no? O, parang sa Cagayan de Oro. Eto yon actually. So, kada trip ko, parang nakakabili ako kung ano-ano sa tabi-tabi. Pagka nabili mo na, anong gagawin ko dito? Hindi naman, ngayon, para ma-share ko dun sa iba this coming Pasko.
Oh, yeah. Something unique naman. Something different.
Something unique. Itong itaas, actually, beads that I use for crown ng angels. Okay, and ito naman ay I have a friend from US who learned about my passion sa beading. Ito, beads yun. Alam mo, she sent me a box full of beads.
Oh, di ba? Hindi kayo magsasawa. There's so many more projects you can make out of that. Yeah.
And I was able to finish already.
Wow.
Punong-puno ito dati. So, ayun, ang mga ginagawa ko ngayon. That is also what I do with the glass holders, eyeglass holders, like this one.
Oh. Okay, something like the mask one, but only for the glass.
Something like the mask, but longer.
Yeah.
So, hindi na ako naghahanap ng saan ko ba nilagay yung salamin ko?
Yeah, kasi nasa katawan nyo na.
Hindi ko nahanapin. Naandito pala sa ulo ko.
Yeah.
Diba?
Ang galing-galing. Alam nyo, Tita Mimi, natutuwa talaga ako kasi ang dami nating talagang ideas kung papaganahin lang natin talaga yung ating creativity and look for things around the house that we can reuse. Like in your case, anything that is used na broken na before can be, upcycled for something else. And then you can use paper, you can use plastic, you can even use cut-off wires siguro to make other things. So, Tita Mimi, why do people need to be into this sort of thing? What's your message to people? Bakit kailangan nating maging creative katulad na nasabi nyo? Why do we need to utilize our time? Sabi nyo nga, even as you are watching TV, you're doing your crafts. How does this improve our life, for example?
I'll go to that. Kaya lang, I don't like to miss this. Yung mga plastic that we just throw away. We just throw away those plastic. Look at this. I've shaped.
Into another angel.
And then corn cobs, yung corn husks.
Yes.
Okay. You can do it. So plastic, and then ano pa yung aking mga waste dito na aking ginagawa other than this. Okay, hindi ko na siya ngayon nakita pero kanina. And then kuminsan lagi yung key holders, 'di ba? Pagka pare-pareho sila.
Yes.
Mismo kung alin nga ba ang akin, ito.
That's right.
So I made sure mine has it.
Yan po, magandang pang-gift din yan. That's very, very creative. Yes.
Yes. So, and then, marami rin ako na, like this one, the turquoise. Diba, meron tayong nabibili na yung bangle na yung elastic. Would you know, believe me, I was using it in one party. Tapos, siguro, it must have been a very old bangle. Nag-ano na yung elastic, that something is not nice with elastic cords. Nagiging brittle siya after some time. Nalaglag sila. Nalaglag. I was able to save some. Yung iba, hindi ko na nadampot. Nahiya na akong magpunta sa ilalim ng mesa para lang maghanap ng turquoise. So, yan, ang ginamit kong spacer.
That's
so,
okay.
Diba, ang ganda ni ito.
Actually, so, something new from something old.
Maganda. Yeah, it really is very beautiful. So, tinatanong mo ako, why should we engage in this? Unang-una na, ako talaga, itanong mo sa Tito Pit mo, multitasker talaga ako. Sa lahat ko ngayon, ako parang pagka nakaharap lang sa TV, walang ginagawa. Yung parang, hindi ko naman kailangan i-devote all parts of my body in watching television or movie. I just have to use my eyes, my ears, and my, thinking, yan. Masusundan ko naman yon even
That's right.
while doing something. The poles that I use, yung coco poles that I use for my plants, the ones that, the stick, made of
especially for the viney plants, yeah.
The viney plants, yun, ginagawa ko yun while watching TV. Kasi that is something that you can do, roll with the coir while watching TV, no? So, and then yung iba, so, maximizing yung time, the use of time. That's one, why I do it. And then, the second is that I really find enjoyment doing these things. Once na nakasave ako something that could have been thrown away, but I was able to make use of it some other way, ang ligaya ko talaga. Masaya na ako noon. Ang isa pa, seniors na tayo. Ako, seniors na. I belong to that SC club already. And as we know sa system theory, anything that you don't use, what happens? You lose it. Nagkakaroon tayo ng atrophy, entropy, and I don't like that to happen to me. So I always try to make use of my mind, not only by reading, not only by reading books or what, but I make my mind work. Imagining how things will be at the end, even with simple things that I do. So, yun ang payo ko sa mga kaedad ko. We can make our lives interesting by engaging in things that you thought had no value anymore, but eureka! Something nice came out of it. And you'll find joy and fulfillment at the end.
Yeah, that's why, Tita Mimi, this is really inspiring for me. I think you will inspire so many people today kasi nga sabi nyo nga, it's not just tinkering for the sake of tinkering. You always have a purpose for what you're doing, and you have to find use or purpose for the things that are around you. So that's really, really admirable. So meron po ba kayong last tips for people who want to do this for the first time? Last tips for people still thinking about what they could potentially give as DIY gifts this Christmas, Tita Mimi?
Yeah, something I'd like to say, hindi naman kinakailangan lagi kang original or orig. You can be a good copycat. And online now in this time of pandemic offers us so many opportunities to do some things. Not necessarily obra maestra, but simple things like making ng yung angels, making of stars for your Christmas trees, making of those custom jewelry. It's so easy now. Kasi if you just click yung DIY, do it yourself, crafts, you will get flooded with so many information and so many how to do it. Step by step, the kind of materials that you will need, where you can get those materials. Those information will be available to you without you going out. Then you can receive them. So that makes your life easy. Are we already ending?
Yes, Tita Mimi.
Okay, so we're already ending. I'd like to greet you Merry Christmas. I just hope that in this Yuletide season, you'll add something you yourself yourselves have done. It may be a very simple thing, like, this, I hope I don't get penalized with this. When I was in a country abroad, I will not say what country anymore, I used a stem of pencil cactus. You know how it is? It looks like a pencil. It's straight. But it was a good marker for book. But I already had it in my mind that if this survives when I get to the Philippines, then I have a living souvenir from the country. So I use it as a marker in one of the magazines I use. And from those two stems, I was able to have a Christmas tree now. I will show you how it looks.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Yes, how it looks. It's a Christmas tree grown from a single stem. Ay, hindi ko na maano. Yes. Like this. See how it has grown. How it has grown.
Okay. Meron pong tawag dyan, Tita Mimi, may tawag dyan sa plant na yan.
Pencil cactus.
Yeah, pencil cactus. There's another one, parang may Tagalog term sila dyan. Pero I can't believe that from a single stem, you have already managed to make a tree out of it.
And
so,
then,
ibig sabihin, you can have any type of Christmas tree.
Look, the red angels.
Yes, we can see the red angels.
Very light because they're just cardboards. Cardboards from Mernel's Cake House.
Oh, I forgot na red pala ang kanilang mga cake boxes.
The cake boxes that are red, you can shape them into angels. You can put some glitters. I have yet to put some glitters. And then they become your own self-made decors. Christmas decors.
Ang galing-galing.
So,
nakakatuwa siya.
Yes, I hope our viewers have to pick up some things that they may find interesting to do. Very easy. Hindi mo naman kinakailangan laging big time agad ang gagawin mo, no? Ako talaga, maligaya na ako that I'm able to do some things that I can give away this Christmas, especially that I'm not able to shop at malls here and in Manila. So, things that I can do by myself, my plants, my borloloys, my crafts, will be my best presents for my friends.
Yes, how nice. And thank you, Tita Mimi, for sharing your passion and talagang ito yung zone. You are in your zone when you do your crafts, and this is like what I said at the beginning of the show. The reason why I invited you to come back for the third time is to really tell people na tama, you don't have to shop expensive things. I think the more personalized it is, the more simple it is, the more it comes from your heart, and the more it's unique. You're sharing yourself, which is the essence of Christmas naman talaga. We share ourselves to our friends and to our families. So it's not the material worth of it, but what the gift brings to you and the person you're giving it to. So you're creating memories and you're creating relationships. So that's the reason why it's really special. And don't worry, Tita Mimi, as I finalize this episode, I'm going to share some of the photos that you have provided me. So it will enhance the actual demo or sample that you have shown us today while we are interacting and doing this. So I hope you and Tito Pete also have a Merry Christmas together with all your loved ones and your friends and all those people who are now waiting for your gifts. Is it going to be a bangle? Is it going to be a mask holder or an anklet or something else? I bet you, Tita Mimi, it's going to be one of the best Christmas gifts for them. So thank you again, Tita Mimi, for being in the show. And I'm pretty sure people will probably reach out to you if they have more ideas. Pero like you said, in Google, they can research on DIY at marami na silang makukuhang ideas. So if on that note, Tita Mimi, I'd like to say thank you once again for being our guest. We can say goodbye now to our listeners. You can also have any final message again if you want to.
I have said it all.
Okay.
I just say Merry Christmas. Please hug Jarvis and your children for us. And to our viewers, see you again next year.
Yeah, see you again next year.
Yeah.
Samu't Sari. So, thank you, Tita Mimi. And everybody, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my videos so it will be of benefit to other people as well. So, thank you again, Tita Mimi. And as always, it's good to have you back. Thank you, Paul. Bye-bye. Thank you to also Tita. Bye.
If you find value in this episode, make sure you like and subscribe to be notified of new releases. If you have any questions or suggestions, please reach out to Guerrilla Podcast or send us an email at mimi@dinosocial.com. Spread the word and don't forget to tune in next time.